Hello and welcome to F1ABEEZ Season 5 off-season, well, video, not stream, as you'll already be aware by now. I'm here with my favourite Polish man. It's Cuba.
Hello, everybody.
Do you want to introduce yourself? Because I'm sure no one knows who you are.
Oh yeah, I'm the league's co-founder, and I run the esports team. You might know it. It's doing well.
I mean, at least you're not like smug about it. That's the main thing, isn't it? Really.
We're being humble.
Humble, yeah. A couple of things to run through, but it's going to be a bit different this to how we've previously had it. So down to, a wealth of technical issues. We're on like day 3 of filming this at this point. Just because of how many issues we've had, we had no choice but not to do a live stream, which does mean that we're splitting it out into 2 different parts. So today you've got your more like F1ABEEZ off-season stream. Tomorrow in the server evening, you'll get posted in there where you are tier-wise, with how much we've been doing this season to the server and the other projects, which you'll find out about very soon. We have had no choice but to not cut corners, but to make sure that we have it as professional as you're expecting it to be. We've had to do it this way. One of the things which we wanted to announce isn't going to be able to be announced. It's just not physically possible now. So it does mean that probably later this week, after the stream, you will get another announcement in the server. It will be some short video, which will be me and Cuba together doing it, I'm imagining. And at that point, we'll sort of run through what that is, but it is very exciting. But we're going to start with something which people have asked for, so we're taking your feedback on board, and we're going to be doing a quick recap of the season. So as you might know, me and Cuba had horrible seasons where we both got paced out tier 1. So
I did what? I did like 5 races, maybe something like that.
Yeah, I did like 2 before I started crying. So
yeah.
Like 3 laps down, going as fast as I could. So we'll start with tier 1 then, just because we were both in there. And I'll be honest, I think that's a surprising result.
It is, and it's a very close result as well.
Yeah, I mean, I would have predicted Hypes to get 2 seasons in a row. Yes. He has. Lewis has.
After what I've seen him show on the esports side, I would have predicted him to win it.
Obviously, he's not been there every race. That is something to point out. He has had to have some gaps due to esports, but he's
and he's also had a race back.
What? Did he? When did that happen? What for? Oh
God. I think they thought he brake checked someone, but it wasn't really him. He just trying to let him through or something. It was a whole thing. He sent a nice apologetic message about it.
That's a good point to point out to people that in tier 1, when that did happen, he
went very well about it.
Yeah, and that's something that was taken into account. So mistakes can be rectified. People make mistakes. Just make sure to own your decision and own your actions. Yeah, but he'll be happy. He won the constructors as a minimum.
Yeah, even 1 week ago though, I heard about it that he missed Jeddah and he was very sad about it. But,
yeah, and then we've got Harvey Allen getting 3rd place in there, which I'm not surprised by that. I mean, but for his first season from tier 2 the season before, I believe it was.
Yeah,
that's a really good result.
I think so.
And it just shows he earned that promotion. We'll switch on to tier 2, which was my tier for a bit here, there, and everywhere. That tier, and in fairness, the top 2 drivers who actually had the most points aren't on that table because they left, which is a bit of a shame. But Wolf has walked away with it, and I don't know where he's going to place in the base system. I've got a wild theory; it might be tier 1. And I think the big surprise to me in that list is Rambo. Not to say that I don't think he is quick, but he got so much.
It's actually very funny. Like, we don't know what will be posted tomorrow. We have no idea at this point.
We literally neither of us have been involved. We deliberately asked not to be involved, so there's no bias.
Yeah.
We've deliberately left one person
it's only
to do
lemons.
So it's only Lemons. Lemons has got Mr. Maths, as you already know from homework chat. So, and then Sully. I think he deserves 3rd. I think he had some good performances.
Yeah.
Depending on where he is, again, I don't know where he'll be. I think he could do well in like tier 1 or tier 2. So, be interesting to see. And then looking at tier 3, tier 3 was faster than tier 2, and tier 1 at points. Certainly, those top 3 guys, all 3 of them will be.
It was very close.
those three were just absolutely phenomenal and at a completely different level. And I feel sorry for the rest of tier 3.
House got unlucky with that injury at the end. He could have won it as well.
He might be the first person in this league to ever lose because of an injury. Although, actually, do you know what? I'm going to tell you a story about David. So he's the other co-founder of Juicy. He is the only person I've ever met who failed. He had to pull out of a snooker tournament final because he injured himself mid-match, just to clarify. And to this day, I don't think I've ever heard anybody do something like that. So it's got whiffs of that for me. Constructors wise, I mean, I think McLaren have only won because of tier 3. I think if you're Haas, seeing as none of the top
certainly
guys,
helped him.
Like Haas, I would be feeling bad at Haas if I was a Haas driver right now because you've come so close, and there's clearly been more consistency across the tiers. And then Mercedes, my hometown, although I wasn't there this season because I wasn't in any team really. Not on any of these tables yet again, and yet they're still in the top 3. So tells you a little bit about consistency for some of the teams. But I think McLaren will be happy with that result, certainly for House and Anime. That means that they've won not only the overall constructors and the constructors, but Anime's also won the championship. So it's a triple whammy.
And House came 3rd, which is also a great result. Though he is stepping down from it, but
yeah, that is a shame that he stepped down, House. But I'm sure we'll see him back after his exams, fresh and renewed. So let's run on to something that's returning that we didn't have this season, which is promotion and relegation. So promotion and relegation has been updated. As you'll see, there's 4 tiers, not 5 tiers. So first chance, now I'm going to grab it, that tier 5 isn't going to be going ahead. We didn't quite have the sign-ups we thought we would. So we're going to run with 4 tiers. It is potential that halfway through the season we had tier 5. With the amount of drivers we do have joining, that is something that will happen down the line. It's very simple promotion and relegation. 3 up, 3 down, like football, if anybody's a football fan here, or soccer, if you're from America. Can't believe I had to say that. And then
I'd be happy you have to say that. We're expanding to new continents.
Yeah, I know, but it's wrong, isn't it? It's the wrong word. So it's okay. Don't worry. You're from Poland. You'll get it one day. You know, we can do some lessons. You can get the right words. So the winner of each tier can pick their own team separately as awards. So we're bringing that back. If any of you here were for season 3, that was a reward, so you'll be able to do that. No one can turn down promotion or relegation. It's not we want you to be, like you to be promoted. This is something to earn, and it's a really good chance now just to butt in here and say that for tier 1 this season, I will confirm that there will be a prize for the winner, which will pique some people's ears up. There'll also be a trophy. Prize wise, I haven't got it made yet, although the designs are in process, so I can't show you it, but it will be a hoodie much like the one I'm wearing, which is an F1ABEEZ hoodie, which I'll turn around at some point. There's going to be there's no video at the moment, but I'll turn around and show you in a bit when we get back on. But there'll be an actual winner's hoodie, which will just be designed with you. It will have your name on it, showing that you're the champion of tier 1, because we really want to highlight that success. And there'll be a trophy, of course, which will have your name engraved into it. I haven't got a design for that yet, but it is something I can confirm that will happen this season. I might extend it to tier 2 and tier 3 and tier 4, but I'm not too certain on that yet. Potentially just trophies for those guys, or just some sort of merch, but I'm not confirming that. I will confirm that tier 1 is definitely going to happen. Is there anything you want to add to that, Cuba?
No, I think it'll make things interesting, fighting to either stay out of relegation or being promoted. Obviously, you have to be at your very best to get promoted, because it's only 3 people. So it'll make things interesting, I think.
So I'm just going to stand up and give them the F1ABEEZ hoodie.
You have to lower yourself.
It wasn't exactly visible. So, hang on.
Lower yourself. Yes. Oh, no. Now we see something we don't want to see.
Oh, okay. We don't, or we do want to see? That was the real question.
No, I said
Q was just being polite. He really wants to see it. You should see the tension we have, just me and him. Sorry, Leo, it's over. So
you should know that Leo is sitting.
Yeah, Leo is literally right there. So usually at this point we would give you a highlight video, but just again, technical issues, we've not been able to do that. But what we have done for next season is, because we really want to highlight your success, not only at the season's end, we also want to highlight on our TikTok, our Twitter. So we're adding in a highlight submission into the server. So all you need to do is to put down the time in the stream it's happened, or you can put the clip in yourself, and then they will be uploaded to Twitter. We'll obviously credit you in that as well. So it should not only give you some more promotion, but us some more promotion, because literally when we were looking at creating a highlight video, it was taking us about 3 hours to even find highlights. You should remember that there is 4 races a weekend. All the videos are available on YouTube, by the way. So if you do want to go back through them, anybody, and find some highlights, you're more than welcome to. The submission should be up in the server now. Just some changes as well, just little ones. So driver of the day, which I know is going to upset some people, has been removed just for the moment while we've got all these new tiers coming in. So tier NA, tier mixed. You've got obviously tier 4 now rejoining. With those 3 new tiers, I wanted to make sure that we had high quality rather than adding loads of extra things for the new tier leaders to do. So for the moment, it's not going to be there. We are working on something with the F1ABEEZ bot, so that'll be a more automated system, a bit fairer. What I really want to do is to have it that all drivers who race that race are able to be voted on for driver of the day rather than just the top 5. So we're sort of working on that. I've taken your feedback on board with it, but we need to take it away to make it better. And second little change is with the Twitch channels. We've no longer got an esports only channel. That's now being merged into F1ABEEZ 2, which will be showing F1ABEEZ, F1ABEEZ esports, and any other projects we might have in the works. Who knows? If you stick around, you might hear some stuff about it. Who knows? Is there anything you want to add again?
I just want to say that the bot has got some reworking done in the meantime as well. There will be some changes, and it will be much easier. I will put an announcement about it with an outline of what's happening. Basically, if any of you have used the / commands in Discord, which Me6 supports and some other bots do, all the commands that were available will be available through there, so you don't have to remember everything, and you can just look what's available and select what you want. So standings, race reports, everything like that.
So it means that we can
much easier to use
everything, because some people aren't utilizing the profile. If you just put /, it will show you all of the commands you can use. Just make it even easier for you.
And so there will be commands that are role based, but it's not really officially done from Discord. So you can use them, but it'll say that you don't have permission. So if anyone tries to, use the ban command, they can't, but they can use it, but it won't do anything. So just saying that. I know, some people will try it, but
I wonder what happened if they try
it doesn't work.
Ban me. What would even happen? Is that possible? Out of interest.
Actually, I thought about that. I was writing it. I was like, what would happen if we ban a server owner? How did that work?
Yeah, does that just fold the server? That's interesting. We're certainly gonna have to try that. Well, maybe not on this server, but we'll have to try that somewhere.
Do a test server.
So I think now is a good chance to jump into a little recap of our esports team. So some of you will be aware, Cuba started up our esports team during this season, and I can't say anything, but it's been a phenomenal success. And I'm going to hand over to Cuba because I have had absolutely no input in any of that success. So,
I'm just thinking, when did we start up? How long have we been going?
You'd have to tell me that.
It was the last off-season stream.
Yeah, it was somewhere around there, wasn't it?
It was like 5 months, 4 months, something around that time.
Absolutely, it's not been that long, but I mean, impact-wise.
Nope. We've done 6 official tournament races. We are currently 5 wins and 1 loss. There have been some friendlies that we don't really count into these because some ended horribly and some ended well. It's a friendly, so we don't really count it into that. We finished 1 tournament, which was SEC, which was basically twos. So it was only 2 drivers from our team racing against 9 other teams. So it was a full grid, usually a full grid. We finished 3rd in that championship. We were on for 2nd, but unfortunately Harvey and Lemons decided to have some synchronized spinning lessons, and we ended up losing that second place.
Yeah, it happens.
There are no style points awarded, unfortunately, which Harvey wanted to do, but no.
Yeah.
And right now we're competing in TORC, RTC, WERC, which will actually be racing tomorrow against SRX at 7 p.m. GMT. If you want to tune in to our Twitch, we are hoping for a good race around Imola. And yeah, we'll just keep trying our best. We have some great drivers on board right now. I'm very happy with how we're progressing, and yeah, that's probably about it.
A good time to point out, just if anybody is, thinking, oh, I'd love to be involved with esports, but I'm not that quick. Mm-hmm. Get in touch with Cuba. You don't have to be quick to get involved. There's plenty of other things you can be doing. I mean, we have a full academy going, potentially, depending what sort of pace you could be in the academy, which will certainly help you to expand your driving speed. And it's a great group of lads. Alternatively, you could be helping out with leading the academy. We've certainly got the positions available for that. I'm sure Cuba can confirm that. There's plenty of opportunities.
We're trying to work more on the development side of it, because we've got some great drivers on the main team, but we've got some great drivers that could be improving. Obviously, I cannot give them the input. I'm not as fast. Right now, we've got we've got Westy helping with that. He's been sort of promoted into driver coach. So he's helping the lads get faster and
to get this fantastic community involved, because you guys are all absolutely amazing. To get you guys involved a little bit more, even though it is his own separate entity. But if you do want to get involved, just drop Cuba a message, and I'm sure we'll have a chat with you.
Talk.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
So I think now's the time for what everybody's been waiting for, which is the calendar draw. Oh, here he is, the wheel. He's back. So I know there's no wheel for the team draws, but you've still got the wheel for the calendar. There's going to be some people very excited on YouTube right now.
And we'll be in the chat, or at least I'll be in the chat.
Well, I should be there. I'll probably be watching nervously, what? I hope this doesn't go wrong.
Yeah, we won't see it until it's there. You might. Yeah, I won't.
Yeah, you won't. So I think we should crack on with the spins. Just to start, all the actual races are included in this. There is no races missing. There's no races that will be fixed to go in here. This is going to be done in one singular take. As you might have noticed, the whole thing's been done one singular take so far. This will be one singular take, much like the stream, so you know that we're not just fixing the calendar in any way we like. So we're going to jump straight into it. Here we go. So let's see what we get. Oh, maybe not.
I'll also point out there is 12 rounds this season.
Yeah, good shout actually. So we've gone from 15 to 12. What we noticed, again, feedback was the last couple of races people sort of lost pace and a bit of puff. We weren't finding it quite as exciting. So to keep you all engaged, we've gone for a slightly shorter season. I felt that 10 was too short. I think 12 in the middle of 15 and 10 was too much. Sort of number.
So we just went
There's a 1 week break for Easter as well, because we're not monsters. So you can have a little bit of a break then. And you obviously see the dates 17th to 20th and 24th to 27th. That's because obviously it integrates Tier M as the first race of the week and Tier 4 as the last race of the week. Let's give it a spin. Let's see what we get. What will be our first? It's Italy. I wanted this so bad. It's gonna look like I fixed.
But it's Imola.
I don't mind. I like both of them.
So I hate that one corner when you just spin out every time.
Yeah, there is that. But, people should be getting a bit better at it. It's a new track, which we've all got involved in.
It was a new track, yeah.
Let's give it a spin and see what will be the second race of the calendar.
Belgium. I want Belgium.
Oh.
Okay, Zandvoort is a good track.
Yeah, it's a good track. It flows very well. I don't think it was in this calendar, was it? So
I don't think so, no.
I don't believe it was, no. So that's going to be a new track. For people to get a bit hyped about, so we'll hike that off.
Let me pull up the calendar really quick.
You bring up last year's calendar then for a second, then we'll jump back in there.
Yeah.
There we go. I mean, right now, guys, in the comments, you telling me what you think of those first 2 rounds. I know we're on YouTube, so just drop it in the comments now.
I think I'll be saying that's good. Those are
they could be
good
saying
tracks.
this is the worst calendar I've ever seen in my life. You know, that we could definitely be seeing that as
Well,
well.
last season was terrible start, wasn't it? It was like, let me see.
Yeah.
It was Japan, Singapore, Abu Dhabi, Russia. The four first races.
Russia's all right.
Russia is all right. Yeah.
Right, let's give it a spin then. So,
and no, Zandvoort wasn't on the calendar, no.
Brilliant. So it's a new track then, in that regard. And then we've got France. So that's a track I like as well. I think that's a nice track for not crashing.
Yeah, there's a lot of space, yeah. You can do well.
So
you will do well on it.
Thank you. I mean, I'm so slow now. So let's give it a spin and see what happens. Up next is Japan. It's back. Can't escape it. David will be.
It just moved 3 rounds back.
Yeah, you know, it's coming back though because we loved it so much. Let's give it a spin. Let's see what's at round 5. Round 5 is Belgium.
Belgium actually wasn't in the calendar as well.
It wasn't. That's why I'm happy. I love Belgium. Oh,
yeah, I love Belgium as well. That. So fun.
Good. That's a good race to have in there. What else we got? Singapore Sling. Well, it's not Singapore Sling, but Singapore. I remember the Singapore
Sling.
Again,
moved 3 rounds back.
Yeah, so it's still back in the calendar. So we'll bring it now to round 7. Let's see what we get. It is Austria. Oh, great.
Austria.
Oh, you can't go wrong with Austria.
That's a lovely one as well.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
This is so far a good calendar.
Well, I think so. They might not, but we're happy with it. That's the main thing, isn't it?
I'm fine with that.
Let's see what we get next. And we've got Hungary. We just have Hungary. It's a good track. I'm really slow around it though, but it's a good track. Yeah. I'm not slow in the first
left-handers.
Not slow in the first sector. I'm slow in every other sector though. So then we've got our season break. Then we go to round 9.
I think, just a point. That might be because there are turns in the other sectors. There's not as many turns in sector 1.
No. We've got Russia next. So Russia returns. I'm happy with that. Personally, I quite like Russia. I think it flows nicely for me. But we'll hide that then, and we'll move on to our round 10, which is Mexico. I love Mexico.
Mexico was not in the calendar as well. That's a new one as well.
Oh my word. Okay, well we'll just continue and pretend that hasn't happened. Oh my. I'm going to leave that in. That was scary. So for you guys you're watching this, we have a screen here, and a screen here right below the camera. That screen's just gone for walkies of the camera. It's just flicked across the whole screen here. It's just fallen off. It's quite scary, but let's just continue on and pretend that's never happened. So, see, one of our stream, it can never go right, can it, fully? It can never go right. No.
There were some good ones. Oh, now my camera is flashing. That is low on battery. Wow.
Brilliant. Look at this. Quickly, we're going to have to hurry up.
Come on. Mexico, new track. Come on, next one.
Up next, we've got... It's Monza! Monza's back!
It's Monza. And Monza is actually a new track on the calendar as well. There was only Imola last year.
This is a beautiful calendar. I'm very happy.
It is.
Happy with this.
Very solid calendar. Yes.
And then finish it off with Portimao, which I really like. So
that's a lovely calendar, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm super happy with that. So there you go, guys. Just to recap it then. So we start at Imola. I'll have to look away from the camera for this. Sorry, guys. Then we're going for Netherlands. Then we've got France, Japan, Belgium, Singapore, Austria, Hungary, mid-season break, Russia, Mexico, Monza, and Portugal at Portimao. And that concludes our draw. So we've just got a couple last things to do before that big announcement. So we've got just a very quick... let's bring it back. There we go. So we can bring it back ready to bring it in. So in a minute, you're going to get a nice little teaser video. It's nothing that's exciting because we're not that great at making videos, but it is just a little teaser video just to build us in. And then we'll be going to our super special guest to help co-host that part. Yeah. I've already filmed it at this point because we filmed it in reverse because we're weird. So I'm going to hand over to myself But enjoy the video, and I'll probably have a little bit of a pause here just before it starts. So let's see the hype in the chat, and I want to see your predictions on what you think it is. Yeah. So I'm going to give you a little second for that.
I don't think anyone will guess it.
That first suggestion there, what do you think of it, Cuba?
Yeah, it's definitely not that.
It's definitely not that one, is it? Right, let's pass on over then. Pass on over to them.
Yeah.
So there you have it, guys. The big reveal, all done. And I've got a little guest with me. If you'd like to introduce yourself to anybody who doesn't know who you are.
But everyone knows who I am. I'm like F1ABEEZ royalty.
So, just for anybody who doesn't know, this is Mr. Jason. So he's quite famous in the community. He set up and ran BFE very successfully for a very long time. And then he's left, and let's just say it's not so successful anymore.
It's dead. It's not successful. It's not success. It's just dead. It died.
Exactly, it died, and that's what happens when you lose a great leader like Smithy. So what I've done is I've worked very hard to nab him for a brand new, fresh project. As you know, we've tried F2 twice, and the only time it was successful was with Smithy on board. So we've brought him back, and he's going to tell you all about his new project and the new brand to join the F1ABEEZ brand. I'll let you fire away now.
Well, basically, anyone who does know me in the community knows my love of F2 because I'm absolutely dusted at F1. I did win season 1 of F1ABEEZ, but that was by a pure fluke. F2 is definitely my passion and why I like driving and I like watching. So I think the community is missing a big sort of F2 dedicated server, dedicated league. So that's what I want to bring. You know, there's been a lot of people who've been interested in F2 in the main Discord. So we're setting up a dedicated Discord, dedicated league for F2, not only for people in the F1ABEEZ Discord, but for everyone else as well. And hopefully we're going to get some mega races. And I'll be commentating, not driving in it, because I can't be doing that.
There'll be a couple of things just to mention that F2ABEEZ is its own separate entity. It will do things very differently to F1ABEEZ. As an example, there's no trial race. Obviously, at the moment, we're giving priority to you guys who are members already in F1ABEEZ to come in. There should be 2 tiers eventually. It'll be one which is more lean towards the esports sort of speed element, which Smithy will talk about more in a minute, and then we'll have one more for people like me who are terribly slow. I'll let you just cut in with a little bit more about the esports side.
Well, I think, like I said, so it's not only for the people in the F1ABEEZ Discord. You know, anyone can join if you want to just try out F2. You've never tried out F2 before, or you've tried F2, you like it. You might not be good at it. You might be good at it. You're going to have a place in the Discord. We're going to have a main esports sort of tier that will be for the faster drivers, not only in F1ABEEZ but outside of F1ABEEZ as well. Because I'm going to try and get some of the fastest guys on Xbox involved who really enjoy F2 to get the best sort of and fastest drivers on the platform. And then we're going to have tier 2 and then maybe even a couple of more tiers, as we've seen with F1ABEEZ, just more tiers each season. And if there's interest there, then we'll definitely do more tiers because we want as many people racing as possible each week.
I think now's a good time just to bring up our poster, just as a little bit more information. We're just going to transition into it. So as you can see in front of it, it's racing every Tuesday, and it will be hosted by Mr. J Smithy. We've also got the web domain F2ABEEZ now. As of this stream going out, in the server at this point, it should be a link to F2ABEEZ, which any person can join. Smithy will have more about the signing up process actually on F2ABEEZ. There should be a sign up form on there, from my understanding, Smithy, or something along those lines. I'm sure you've all sorted it out, but well, as we're filming this in advance, obviously not everything is set in stone. At the moment, calendar-wise, that will come in the future. Obviously, I can't give you lineups. However, the standings, much like in F1ABEEZ, will work the same in F2ABEEZ. You can request the standings for F2 in there. The bot is fully integrated, as far as I'm aware. Cuba's been working super hard in the background to get it all sorted, and he's done an excellent job. So
using his bots again.
Yes. But we're totally excited to have Smithy on board. It's a massive coup for us to actually finally have him.
Pulling me out of retirement.
Yeah, we do. Well, I mean, I've always wanted to steal you. You've known that from day one, though. So, and I'm hoping we'll have 2 massive successful servers. So guys, go and join. At this point, I'm hoping with Leo's amazing editing skills that there will be maybe a link on the screen right now showing. Although he's telling me that you can just go to f2abeez.com, which will take you to a direct link to the Discord. And now I'll hand back over to Cuba and myself, and we'll tidy up the stream from there. And we'll see you tomorrow for the draws, which will be announced in the server. Thank you very much, guys.
Ciao.
So there you have it, guys. F2ABEEZ, the new member of the family, really, and it's as you have seen in that video, and very exciting. It's available now in the server. You'll also see that there's been the other updates should be ready in the server. Only things, obviously, at the moment you won't be able to see the new tier areas because you've not been sorted. But make sure to stick around for tomorrow. It'll be around 7 or 8 p.m. around this sort of time again on a Sunday. We'll be announcing the tiers. That's going to be randomly drawn away, and you'll have the tiers list put up in the server as an announcement. What I do want to say just very quickly is thank you very much for, first of all, to Cuba and Smithy for helping to film this. They've taken up like 3 days of their life for this video. And I also want to thank every single one of the moderators in the server because they're doing an excellent job. I need to thank Michaela for her incredible merch. Please do check out the merch store. There's a load of great merch. Leo needs a special mention because he spent a really long time sorting this stream out. And then there's some merch there, actually, as you can see, with Cuba. He's got himself a case. Again, with the moderators, I just want to shout out those trialist leaders. They've done an exceptional job. I know House is leaving us, but yeah, again, he needs thanks. It's going to be our biggest and best season yet, and I'm so thankful for all of you that have come to watch tonight. And this will be available afterwards because it's on YouTube. You can watch it as many times as you want. You can watch me get scared by that dropping thing over and over.
I'd like to mainly shout out Lemons. He is the reason the pace reset is able to happen.
Lemons needs a big shout out. I mean, at the moment, I didn't want to shout him out because he's not finished it yet. So it's a bit like, preempting his job's going to be good. It could be terrible.
Well, and he's also been doing basically all of it. He's partly helping me with esports, and he's also doing the league stuff. He's
like great job. I've seen the tables, like the data he has on the pace reset. I do not believe that any server in the world has got like the amount of stats he has on each driver. It's unbelievable.
His mention, he's probably going to keep it going.
He's going to keep it going.
Good information.
To make sure that we're keeping it. So next season should be the tier should be the closest they've ever been. The driving should be really clean. Obviously with the system, with the new stewards we've got and the steward system all being changed, you guys have got an exceptionally exciting, and with F2ABEEZ now to add to that mix, you've got Smithy on board who will do no doubt an exceptional job. You're going to see more esports drivers joining the server. The esports team are going to win some big tournaments, I'm sure. It's a very exciting time.
We'll do our best.
Thank you, everybody in the community. I mean, a year and a bit ago, we were just me and Cuba.
It's crazy to think that we are only just like 4 months old?
Yeah, and we're 315 members in. So thank you, every single one of you. Yeah. And enjoy your evening.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Season 5, here we come.
Yeah. Let's give it a go.
Yeah, we're good.